I made a short film. This is how I did it. I'm talking about my short film Graveyard Shift, which is about 2 retail guys trying to survive a zombie outbreak. It's on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out after this video. I started back in 2020. I'd recently been laid off my job. Pre-production was the easiest step. The key to starting your script is to write what you know. I was 21, a few years out of college, and I was stuck working retail. From then on, I did all the conceptual stuff. One of my biggest weak spots is layout design. So what I did was I went to where I used to work and I took photo references and I drew over each photo that I took to create the backgrounds. Other shots I did from memory, I used the perspective tool in Krita. The biggest hurdle for me was I actually had to learn how to animate. I started pretty simple. I did a few walk cycles. I did this to train myself to understand timing and movement in animation. Eventually, when I did get confident enough, I started animating. I started in September 2020, fully animating. I'd properly wrapped in around October 2022. So what I did when I started animating was I took care of all the small moments in animation, anything without dialogue and simple movement. And then from there, I built up to bigger and more elaborate shots and scenes. A lot of this was me learning on the fly. I did go to school for drawing foundations and script writing, but this was really something I'd never done before. So after I'd recorded all the dialogue, I went in and timed it. The way I animated each scene was I blocked out all the major poses before I went on to animating the face. After that was taken care of, I'd animate the facial expressions and mouth movement. I drew every mouth shape by hand, typically every frame. After a while, I realized I could edit each body part as what are called symbols. In those symbols, you can create animations that loop, or they're just a single sequence. So the way I did it was each body part was labeled and made into its own symbol. In the second half of production, I realized I could create animations in the symbols. Whenever I had to animate dialogue, I put the voice line in its own track in the symbol, map out all the keyframes for facial expressions. That way I could animate their heads around and not lose the mouth shapes. Post-production took around a year. So once I finished animating and compiling every shot, I went in and I found and recorded every single sound effect that I needed over the course of like 3 months. The stuff that I got help with that I didn't do by myself was music, sound mixing, and voice acting. One of my friends, he helped me with mixing all the sound for the Foley and the dialogue. So while he was taking care of the sound mixing, I was able to take that time to really go in and fix stuff that I felt needed to be fixed. So when Sam was finished sound mixing and EQing, that gave me about a month until my deadline, which was April 8th, 2023. That gave me enough time to go in, do the final pass, and create an assembly cut, and then ultimately a final cut. After I finished, I had some luck with festivals, and that led me to getting my first industry job. I was working at a community TV station where I live, and as of March, I've been laid off. I did learn a lot from it, and I do plan on bringing that to my next project. I've been teasing it for a bit, but what I'm working on next is going to be a live-action horror short film. I'm in post-production, all the filming's done, I got some CG elements in there, and yeah, it's going to hopefully come out this year. Okay, you reached the end of the video, thank you. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with this channel going forward. I don't think I need to make Let's Plays or do a podcast. I'm gonna try my best to put out more short films and animation here. I have at least one project almost ready to go. I'm not really sure how to end the video. Thank you. I love you.